Welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is Brian, and today we're in a country whose empires rose and fell faster than the changing tides in the ocean. Today, welcome, we're in Budapest, Hungary. I'm Brian, and I'm figuring out how to live my best life after 50 through travel, new cultures, and experiences that change me a little every time. And I want you to come along for the journey. Hey friends, I wanted to show you my train car. This is going to be funny because we are on an overnight train from basically Transylvania, and we're going to go to Budapest, Hungary. So that's our next stop, and the most efficient way to do it was by train, because that way we're not doing a hotel and we're moving while we're sleeping. And this is a train car. We're 31, but you see they set up for 3 people, but I've got the whole room. Hi. And here's the room, literally. There's a window, rack. I'm all the way to the back. All right, here's the bed, the front door, top rack, my suitcase, and there's a little desk area with a vanity. So absolutely no frills on this train, but you get an overnight passage for 15 hours, and I think we paid $60, let's call it $70 for this. So cheaper than a hotel room, plus we're still moving all night long. So most efficient way to get to Budapest that we found. I guess I'll give you an update when we get there, folks. This is gonna be rough. All right, folks, and we're just now hitting the ground running. We've been on an overnight train from Romania, Bucharest, and now we are in Budapest, Hungary. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long night, we're tired, and we're gonna check into the room in about 2 hours or so. So we're just gonna walk around, kind of getting a lay of the land up until the point that we can check in. But right now we're on this is the Danube River. Apparently this is I'm just now learning about Hungary because I really don't know too much about it. But right up here behind me, that's the famous castle. Over here is the Danube River that divides basically old and new, I believe, Budapest. And actually on this side of the river over here, the mountainy side is Buda. On the side that I'm on, the flat side is Pest. So together it makes Budapest. And there was a third element, which was a castle that brought it all together. So when you think of Budapest, it's not just one city, it's actually 3 elements brought together to create one city. So that's a little bit of history as of right now. I'll learn more as we go, folks, and as I learn more, I'll let you know. Hey friends, and welcome to the famous Hungarian Parliament building. Now this is one of the biggest buildings in all of Europe and the biggest building in all of Hungary. It's some 18,000 square meters in volume and it has 681 rooms. Just a side note, the biggest parliament building in the world is the Pentagon. Go America. This is our first shot at food here in Budapest. And this is something called lángos, which is basically their form of pizza. It's topped with a sour cream sauce, so there's no tomato sauce or marinara. And then they just put a bunch of meat and cheese, bacon, peppers, and jalapenos. So I'm gonna cut into it. I'll let you know how it is. All right, first bite. Okay, I'd say it's good. Mine is lukewarm. Cheese isn't really melted. The sour cream seems a little cold, but it's nothing like a pizza. Marilyn described it best. It's like a puff pastry to like a baked pastry, almost like a baked donut or croissant. A little different. I like it. We're gonna keep eating, folks. But that's it on this one. All right, friends. So that was our first food experience with a lángos, which is that pizza. Now, what it put me in mind of is, I don't know if you ever had one before at one of those specialty donut shops, but where they take the croissant and they call it a cronut, something to that effect. But they make the croissant just like a donut where it's not really overly sweet. Check that out. Everything looks so amazing here. The architecture, I mean, everything, they took time to make this place, and it is beautiful. But anyway, so it was a cronut and with pizza on it. So it was different when I ordered again. I don't think so, but if you're here, give it a try. It might be your liking, and if not, you've had an experience that you'll never find back in the US. So there you go, folks. Onward and upward. Let's see what else we can find. But before we do that, let's take a look. I'm going to take a look around this whole plaza so you can see what I'm seeing. Some of these buildings are just super amazing. Walking through the streets of Budapest feels like stepping into another era. Everywhere you look, from the plazas and open squares, you see these massive historic buildings with detailed stonework, old statues, balconies, and architecture that survived wars, revolutions, and centuries of change. There's this mix of elegance and wear that gives the city character, like every building has a story hidden inside of it. And scattered throughout the city are these beautiful fountains that almost become gathering places for people. Some are grand and artistic, others are simple and peaceful, but they all add to the atmosphere of Budapest. You hear the water echoing through the plazas while people sit nearby, drinking coffee, talking, or just slowing down for a moment, enjoying the city around them. And then rising above everything is the Budapest Eye, the giant Ferris wheel right in the heart of the city. At night especially, it completely changes the skyline with all the lights reflecting across the city. From the top, you get incredible views of Budapest stretching in every direction. From the old historic buildings to the modern nightlife below, it's one of those attractions that feels touristy at first, but once you actually see it in person, you understand why people are drawn to it. All right, and I know you're wondering what a hotel looks like in Budapest, Hungary. Well, let me show you. Starting from the front door, you basically enter in and it's one big room. So the ceilings are at least 15 foot tall. Nice bed, a couple vanities. This is a wardrobe, so you can hang all your clothes in there. Bathroom, shower, and then we have the bed, fridge, TV, little work area, and then there's your view of Budapest. Welcome to this episode of When in a Foreign Country. Go to McDonald's. Let's go see if they have anything different. Friends, so we are in McDonald's and we have some new stuff that we have ordered. Not allowed? Oh, okay. Look at this.
Yeah, but he has to.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
No video.
So no video inside. Can I film the food at least? Okay.
Okay, but normally it's not because it's camera. And
Sounds good. Sorry. So apparently it's a thing that you cannot record in McDonald's here. They take it pretty seriously. So anyways, we had our sandwiches. We're outside now, so let me give you the full review. So we had the, hey, how you doing, man? So we had the spicy pork burger, and that was absolutely terrible. I mean, if you could take the thinnest McDonald's sausage patty you get like from their breakfast menu and put it in the freezer for about a year and forget about it and then put it on a bun, that's kind of what we're talking about. Now the other one, the McCheddar Chad, I've never seen it before, never heard of it, but it's something completely unique that I've never come across in 9 countries. That was amazing. I mean, I'd put that immediately without thinking about it on the top 3 in all the McDonald's in 9 different countries. It was a fried cheddar cheese round on the bottom, and then it had a patty, lettuce, tomato, onion, and then cheese, and it had some type of sauce on it, which was a paprika sauce. And if you're not familiar with paprika, it's got a little bit of a spice to it, but not much. But it's something that Hungary is known for, their sweet paprika. And if I could explain it, it's kind of like if you mixed a barbecue sauce with a Heinz 57. So it's like that tanginess to it. And it just set the burger off, and it also had bacon on it. So that would probably be maybe my number 1 burger in all of McDonald's that I've had, but the number 3 McDonald's in 9 countries that I've had a good experience with. Although they didn't allow me to film, so that might take you down. Okay, we'll come back to it. But if you're in Hungary, Budapest, try that. It will change your life. All right, it's day 2, friends. Day 1 is in the history books. It was a terrible day. We just came off of that 16-hour long train ride where none of us slept. It was just horrible. It's in the books. Let's start fresh. So we are in Budapest, Hungary, and this behind me is Buda Castle. Let's go check it out. I hear it's got a pretty good history. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I smell stairs. Stairs are evil.
Making your way up the Citadel in Budapest is definitely a workout. The pathway zigzags back and forth up the hillside and with long stretches of stairs and steep inclines that slowly climb hundreds of feet above the Danube River below. These paths were originally developed in the late 1800s as part of the area surrounding the Citadel, which itself was built by the Habsburgs after the Hungarian Revolution of 1848. And as tough as the climb can feel at times, every turn opens up to another incredible view over Budapest that makes the walk completely worth it.
All right, friends, we've been at this for a little over 30 minutes now. Stairs, slopes, and we're still not to the top of the castle. Adventuring is fun, but at some point in time, it gets to be just stupidity. So get your Uber, or they have like this little trolley golf court thing that will take you up here. Pro tip, get the cart. That's Maryland up there. Let's get it after right. For the love of God, Hungarians, you have a beautiful country, a very rich city. Invest in an elevator. All right, friends, I'm absolutely dying, but I gotta say, it was almost worth it. Look at this view.
Standing up here at the Citadel, the views over Budapest are absolutely incredible. From the top, you can see the Danube River cutting through the city, the Parliament building, the bridges of miles of rooftops stretching in every direction. The Citadel itself was built in the mid-1800s by the Habsburg Empire after the Hungarian Revolution of 1848. Its purpose wasn't really to protect the city from outside enemies, but more to keep control over the Hungarian people after the uprising. Perched high above Budapest on Goulash Hill, it gave the military a strategic position overlooking the entire city below. Over the years, the Citadel survived wars, occupations, political change, even becoming less of a military fortress and more of a historical landmark. Today, people come here from all over the world, not for battle or defense, but to take in some of the best panoramic views anywhere in all of Budapest.
And folks, with Hungary behind me, such a beautiful country, let me take this time to ask you, please hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, it won't hurt you, but it helps me out a lot. Thank you in advance. Welcome to Buda Castle, the Hungarian castle. Now, there's not much left of the castle. It's pretty much a post-war reconstruction. The castle was in its prime under Hungarian control up until about 1241 AD. Then after that, the Mongolians came in. They came down from the north and pretty much destroyed all of Hungarian and Eastern Europe in 1 year. They had control of the castle, and then they kind of left. The Hungarians rebuilt and had it for a little while, and then I guess 1200 to almost 300 years. And then the Ottomans came down. The Ottomans came across and pretty much destroyed or took control of the castle, destroyed a lot of it. And then they kept in control for a little while. And then after that, I guess it's safe to say the Hungarians took it back and started rebuilding. And then up until World War II. World War II, this castle was pretty much destroyed and bombed to death, bombed out of existence. And what we see now is all post-war reconstruction. So there's a tale there. The Hungarians are resilient people. They built rebuilt, built again, rebuilt, all trying to preserve their history. And at the end of the day, it's rebuilt. And hopefully this time, it'll last. All right, friends, we are at Paul's Bistro, and this is an authentic Hungarian food experience. So, the national dish of Hungary is goulash, which I'll show you here. And then another, I don't know if it's per se a national dish, but a national favorite is Hungarian paprika, sweet paprika. And that's what we have on the chicken. It's a Hungarian paprika chicken. So let's do a taste. We got Marilyn here and myself, and we'll do a proper taste of it and let you know what it tastes like. First up,
And homemade pasta.
the goulash with homemade pasta. It's very good. Got a little bit of spice to it. And there's like a depth of flavor there. So it's not just straight beef. You can taste some spices all the way through it. All right. And the paprika
These
chicken.
ones here are Hungarian kitchen.
Perfect
Yeah,
timing.
they are the Hungarian kitchen, and this one.
Okay. So for the paprika chicken, it's got a good flavor to it. It's got a good seasoning, but the flavor doesn't last too long. I mean, it's like almost like a marinara sauce, but like a deeper, more intense marinara sauce. The sour cream kind of quells that immediately, and then the homemade pasta is pretty good. So my first experience with real Hungarian food, I definitely like the goulash over the chicken. Marilyn, what do you think?
They are both excellent, but I like this better.
Maryland's liking the chicken a lot better. So there you go, folks. I guess both dishes we can't lose with. So if you're in Hungary, remember, you gotta try the goulash. It's what they're known for. And then paprika chicken. All right.
So you
Talk to
see
you
what
later.
we got there, and
Alrighty, friends, it is late in the evening and I think we are calling it done. Now, we've had just 2 days here in Budapest, so not a lot of time, but in that 2 days we saw the Citadel, we saw the castle, we learned something about the history of Budapest, tasted the national dish goulash, had some weird bar experiences, and also tried a couple desserts or two. So for 2 days, I think we hit it hard, folks. So I'm proud of the work we did here. Is there more work to be done? Absolutely. As far as this goes to me, I would put this in a one and done box. For 2 days, I think I've seen everything that I wanted to and needed to see here. So that being said, you know, if you come here, I hope you enjoy it, have a good time. There's a lot more to be seen than what I've shown here, so just keep that in mind. So folks, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. I appreciate it very much. It's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to hurt you at all. It's going to help me tremendously. So I'm going to sign off from Budapest, Hungary. Folks, be safe. Most of all, be adventurous. Until our next rendezvous, I'll see you then.